off the press, just came out this week. We're going to tell you a little bit about it, but essentially, a spotlight of a chat allows you to feature any message in your chat into your stream, show your community some love, make them part of the show. We always say stream as a team. These streams are not just the people who are on stage, but it's the chat, it's everyone who's with you. Everybody is contributing to the content. It's really a community format. So Spotlight Chat, we think, is a really big part of that. And we also really want to make our version of this feature celebrate the interactivity on Playback. So we want to, when you're posting clips, or if you're simulcasting, or if you are sharing a replay, we want to show off, whether it's like a poll or a power chat or a normal chat. I think Leon will kind of get into some of these nice details that we've added into Spotlight Chat, but the idea is to excite people about the interactivity in your playback room by showing how they can interact with you in the chat through the Spotlight Chat feature. So without any further ado, Leon, maybe tell us a little bit about it. I see a Spotlight Chat up above already, so I think this is the first Spotlight Chat in the playback room.
That's right, Kevin. I think just to zoom out a little too, thinking about the concept of spotlighting and really trying to expand it to go beyond just our initial feature where we allowed spotlighting, users like Kevin to take over the full screen experience here. But now we're also including the concept of spotlighting chat messages. So whether it's a generic message like this that you want to call attention to, you'll also see little reactions kind of appear within the actual spotlight message there. So it is a way to call attention to a specific kind of comment, or let's say you want to give thanks to a certain community member. Let's say they give you a power chat. You can basically highlight that and center the stream around a particular point or conversation right from the chat thread there. And this is just a generic message, but this works for things like polls. So I'm just going to end this poll just to show you this new style. So we got poll results. It kind of reformats to fit across the top there. Again, it's all interactive, but we basically designed custom templates per message type. So Power Chat has its own format for Spotlight. New subscriber messages also do, and all of that can be carried over to that Spotlight header right there to, again, just one, give thanks to people, focus conversation, and just jump from topic to topic as you see fit. But all while still maintaining interactivity. And this is just the beginning of like the first layer of it. So we're eager to kind of keep building upon this and start doubling down on all these different interactive elements that makes Playback unique, as opposed to just having a message in a stream that you can't really do anything with. But yeah, this is another example of shout out to Greer sending a power chat. Thank you.
Let's go, Greer.
Shout out. Yeah.
Wow. Thanks for the I guess I can't get a coffee. Thanks for the coffee creamer, Greer, for our coffee.
Yeah, I think this is just showing off how this is different from just kind of spotlighting a chat message. This is also, I think, highlighting the interactivity of different types of messages you can send, a power chat, a poll. Everything looks kind of special and unique in here. I think another bonus that the team added, if you are watching this on simulcast, if somebody embeds a tweet into a chat message, or if they embed a GIF into a chat message, that will actually like unroll into your simulcast, so people will see that embed come out. If you're on playback, you can just tap on it and it will take you right to that embed right in chat. So yeah, we really wanted to kind of show off the interactivity that's happening in your playback room, and get people excited to not just watch you on your simulcast, but to come in and join your room on playback.
So question, Kevin, is as the product team was sort of building this out, I know we got a lot of requests for this feature. Can you talk about some of like the use cases that some of the users were requesting this for?
Yeah, I think some of the big ones were when there's a power chat or when there's an excellent question in chat. Creators will, I think the best playback creators engage a lot with their chat, and to be able to just reference that message that you're reacting to not only will focus the room on a conversation, but I think will make the sender of that message feel special, feel recognized. But yeah, definitely, I'd say like Power Chat is a great example of a good time to kind of show off those Power Chats and give extra love.
Yeah, so sort of keeping with the theme of interactivity there for the word of the week, and I promise, folks, we did not meet on this before. Really making it another sort of easy feature, right? To make, you know, your streams more interactive, to engage your chat, right?
Absolutely.
That's right.
Sweet.
Yeah, and I got to say, I like the emoji animations. That's a nice touch.
Yeah, I feel it just gives me inspiration for what else we can do as far as fun interactions. And yeah, I just want to keep building on top of it. But this is yeah, definitely just the start. So more to come.
Last question before I let you guys go, unless you have anything else. Any planned like fast follows? Any planned additions? Any requests we've had outside of the chat here right now for like sort of quick adds to this feature?
I think one very related feature that we're hearing a lot of feedback around is maybe alerts. I'm not sure if that's the right title for it, but allowing the room to customize kind of a response to certain events that are happening in the room. Like if you get a new subscriber or if you receive a power chat, being able to maybe animate something on the stream where you can maybe have your own like GIF or animation that or even like sound that shows up whenever somebody power chats or becomes a subscriber. I think that's another example of just showing love to your community, but doing it in your own special way.
I love that. So I can get some like Mike Breen bang whenever someone sends a power chat in here.
I like that one.
That would be tight. That would be tight. Well, fellas, appreciate you showing off Spotlight chat messages. Do you have anything else for our good people here at Playback?
I think my typical shout out is drop the feedback either in here. We're capturing all your feedback, or on our feedback portal above. We already shouted out Bryant earlier because on the stream last week he reported an issue, and we kind of followed up in the feedback channel, and the team fixed it. And that's just a great example of how our community here is helping us improve the platform.
And right on cue, AK with the pack. Could you move the spotlight button below with the reply button? That link that Kaisa just dropped in chat. Please do send us all that feedback. I say this every episode, and Kaisa drops the link every episode. We take that stuff very seriously. He's checking that stuff all the time. So please do go ahead and hop in our canny and leave us your product feedback. Well, Kevin, Leon, appreciate y'all. Until next
Appreciate
time.
you.
Until next time.
Thanks,
We'll catch you later.
BTow.
Later, y'all.
All right. Let's get back into our regularly scheduled programming here. Take over the screen share, and we are in business. So that was Spotlight chat messages. First of all, W's in chat for my boys Kevin and Leon, please. W's in chat. Those guys are awesome. They're really busy people, so for them to come in and preview features they're doing me a huge favor, helping me fill out the time here on This Week on Playback. So W's in chat for those guys. Okay. Next up, I said we have a main stage event tonight, and it's a good one. Club 520 podcast is back at it tonight for Pacers versus Hawks, and they will be bouncing around NBA League Pass. So that is a 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 Pacific start. Make sure you tap in and join these boys. They're absolutely wild and out. If you didn't see the clip that we posted on socials of them talking about Zion's belly tattoo, if someone has the link to that tweet, I should have actually had it here available, but if someone could drop that tweet in chat, these guys are a really fun time. So you'll definitely want to tap into this event. No doubt about it. Greer just spotlighted this chat message, playback.tv/Club 520. Again, that is 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you tap in and join those guys, all right? You're going to have a good time. And with that, let's get into our main stage event tonight. And it's a good one. Club 520 podcast is back at it tonight for Pacers versus Hawks, and they will be bouncing around NBA League Pass. So that is a 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you tap in and join those guys, all right? You're going to have a good time. it's a quick this week on Playback this week. Didn't have any guests lined up. We'll hopefully have a bit of a longer episode for you all next week. But let's go with the AMA portion. Again, you can ask me anything. Doesn't have to be necessarily Playback related. Anything you want, as long as the question's respectful. Start hitting me with those stage requests. And also with Spotlight Chat, I can also answer some questions in chat by spotlighting the message. So that will be awesome. Okay. We have a stage request rated R. Mookie. Your stage request has been accepted. Come on up, my man. Mookie, what's going on, my brother?
You hear me?
I can hear you. What's going on, man?
Yeah.
Welcome to This Week on
Yeah.
Playback. What's your question?
Look, brother. I was trying to have y'all introduce. I know I said it, came up with the little idea or just brought that idea to the table. That I simulcast from YouTube, right? So I got a big following over there in YouTube. And I was saying, is there gonna be any way where y'all gonna integrate, reading the message or making that be shown on the playback chat as well? Because I have to go to different type of windows, different type of, tabs to just respond to super chats on YouTube. I was saying, when is that going to come about so it make simulcast much more easier, much more efficient for people that simulcasting from playback onto YouTube? And another question I have is that can contributors mods or whatever the thing is, right? Can they unmute themselves? So I think I mute one of the contributors and they unmuted themselves. I'm like, how do you get off of mute? But
Great questions. Great questions, Mookie. Okay, so to take on the first question, which was about basically on your simulcast destinations, being able to see all of your chats in the same place. Not something that we've started building yet. Certainly something that we've gotten suggestions for. And as Kaisa points out, something we can explore in the future. In the meantime, what I would recommend, and honestly is really good to leverage to bring people into your playback room, is every so often call out your YouTube audience and let them know sort of that pain point you're feeling. Say, hey guys, I'm focused here. I'm dialed in on playback chat. If you send me a super chat on YouTube, I'll get to it as soon as I can. Apologies if I miss it. If you want to make sure I don't miss your chat, download the Playback app. Hop into playback.tv/ratedrsports. We got power chats over here. I'm taking playback chat first and then YouTube chat. Of course, something, as Kaisa mentioned, that we want to support. But in the meantime, I think you can really leverage it as a way to encourage your YouTube audience to come check out what this playback thing's about and come meet you in your playback room. As far as the second question is concerned, I do really bad at multi-part questions, at remembering what the second question is. Someone in chat, hit me with what Mookie's second question was. What was his second question? Or you know what, Mookie? Hit me with another stage request. We'll do this again. Contributor. That's right. So you muted a contributor and the contributor was able to unmute themselves. That's right. Good call out. That should be a behavior that should not be possible. That doesn't really make much sense to me that they would be able to unmute themselves, because what would be the point of you being able to mute them as a creator? So that might just be a slight bug. It could even be room specific. So we will go ahead and double check on that for you, Mookie. It could have potentially been another creator that unmuted them as well. So we'll have to dig into this for you, Mookie, but we will for sure. So appreciate that. Appreciate you shouting that out. Next stage request, Autism Racing Fan. Your stage request has been accepted. Come on up. What's going on, man?
Hey, I got two questions. The first one is, any updates on the MLB TV? And then the second question, is there gonna be a way that we're gonna do spring training games on Playback?
Great questions, Autism Racing Fan. Okay, I was able to remember both of those questions. They were related, so that helped. As far as the MLB is concerned, we fully expect to have full support for MLB TV for opening day. As far as spring training goes, we're using spring training along with the MLB TV team to really finalize some testing. We want you all to have, a good experience when we do roll this out. Don't want you to necessarily have to work through the bugs with us as we work through them. So yeah, we do expect to have full support for MLB TV on opening day. So go ahead and start planning for it, folks. Go ahead and figure out if you need to bring another creator on board to host or whatever the case may be. We do plan on having full support for that. And you can probably expect to see those regular season MLB games pop in the schedule about a week ahead of opening day. If that timeline gets pushed back as far as getting it loaded into the schedule, we'll of course let you know. But yeah, start your plans for this MLB season on Playback. We have a request from World vs. Dem. Your stage request has been accepted.
Yo,
What's
mic
going on,
check,
World
mic
vs.
check.
Dem? Welcome to This Week on Playback. What is your question?
You can hear me?
I sure can.
Okay, so I saw this, but I think on playback there was a little question that's like, oh, how often do you use AirPlay? Do you have any plans to implement an AirPlay feature on playback so you could possibly, switch it over to TV like a super bigger screen? Um, yeah, basically that's it. If you would have implement AirPlay so you could watch it on like your TV, like your 50-inch or 65-inch, something like that, but you still able to interact with the chat because I'm a part of coaches then, so you'd be able to watch the game with a bigger TV, but I'm still able to interact with them in chat. So that's my question.
Great question, World vs. Dem. So we actually have started development on AirPlay and casting, right, to your large screen devices. I think as far as sort of the companion style experience that you're describing, where maybe, you've got the game on your big screen on your 50-inch and chats on your phone, we will certainly be working on developing TV apps here in the near future. So that's something where we haven't exactly scoped out how that's going to work specifically, but that TV app component will really be the full-fledged version of functionality on your televisions. And in the meantime, again, we are currently working on AirPlay and casting so that you guys can go ahead and cast those things to your televisions in the meantime. Keep hitting me with stage requests if you have any more questions. Otherwise, I'll start heading into chat. All right, from our very own B-Souls, does Spotlight chat show up on the simulcast? I am simulcasting right now to YouTube and Twitter and can tell you, yep, it sure does. Let's see. Warriors UIU says, do you have plans to add PayPal, like a pay method for donations or subs? I do not believe we have support for PayPal right now, but I think there's a really good idea. Oh, I see Kaiza responded to you in chat. As a matter of fact, yeah, we went ahead and added that into our canny. Again, if you do have any of these suggestions that you want us to see and start working on, hop into that link that Kaiza just posted here, playback.canny.io. And also, not only just can you leave your suggestions, you can upvote and downvote other suggestions to help us prioritize certain features in our development cycle. Let's see. Any other questions in chat? Looks like Leandro LC. Any plans on having options for OBS/Streamlabs properties such as power chats and regular chat? So no true integration with OBS and StreamYard right now. You can use an OBS virtual cam here in Playback. So those of you that want to use an OBS virtual cam, and you can even capture your audio from OBS and use that in Playback. Maybe Kaiza, if you can drop that support documentation for using OBS with Playback. But this is something that we've kicked around for a while as far as, how much do we need to prioritize, like a Streamlabs or a StreamYard or direct sort of like OBS integration. We're more focused really on rolling out the features on Playback right now that you all are asking us for and making them native to the platform on Playback. But certainly over time, it's something that we'll explore to basically allow you guys to produce, your shows however you want, right? Sort of like how we see you produce them on those, platforms or pieces of software like OBS, Streamlabs, StreamYard, right? So over time, certainly we will support, basically making your production as high of a production quality as possible, whether that comes from us implementing the features native to Playback, us integrating with, an OBS, a StreamYard, or Streamlabs, or some combination of the two is still a bit up in the air. And appreciate you, Kaiza, for dropping that info on using OBS here on Playback. We do have another stage request. Dream, your stage request has been accepted. Come on up.
Can you hear me?
I sure can. What's going on, man? Welcome to This Week on Playback. What's your question?
No problem, no problem. This spotlight thing has me sort of thinking about, just kind of the future of what that can be. I'll take a step back first and ask a question about affiliate marketing. Is there been any plans to add more of that with Playback? Are there any expirations on it? I know that we're in the last month of the season with League Pass. Is there anything that maybe at the end of the season we could offer for our fans to be able to tune in with League Pass or anything of that sort?
Great question, Dream. Great question. On the affiliate side of things, long term, certainly there are going to be more opportunities. I can tell you guys, I get companies that email me on a weekly basis, honestly, basically tracking where we are in our growth cycle, where our creators are in your all's sort of like growth cycles as well. And there will be opportunities as we continue to grow together for, us to set up opportunities for you all as creators from the Playback side, as well as you all to be able to, again, last week, the tip of the week was to, reach out externally and explore partnerships. You all will continue to have more opportunities from that front as well. As far as specific to NBA League Pass, as sort of like the regular season comes to a close, no plans yet. I will say we have kicked around some ideas as far as basically trying to figure out a way to see if we can get you guys some discounts or some additional codes or potentially some more access to national broadcasts. Nothing on that front right now. We still have to explore sort of avenues that we can do that, but you can bet that we'll be fighting on your behalf as we continue to grow. And also, again, don't take for granted your own size and reach right now. Again, your Playback communities are diehards. You guys have a lot more watch time than a lot of these advertisers are used to seeing. So don't be afraid to reach out and share their metrics, share your metrics with them. And if you need any help on our end justifying why you're worth it to advertisers, absolutely reach out. We're always happy to help. Have another stage request. Oh, Dream's back. I think he had another question. Sorry for cutting you off, Dream.
Oh, you're good. Yeah, you can hear me again, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so that was kind of just a follow-up question, and thanks for answering that. I think that is interesting in terms of watch time and how that would relate to advertising for different companies. Maybe myself and others could benefit from how, we could use that sort of data. But that wasn't the question exactly. The question was about the spotlight itself. So that ribbon is interesting in the sense that it requires the user to intentionally choose, or the host to choose, which comment he wants to have. Now, is there any plans for that to just stay within a chat function? Or let's say that a user does something, let's say they subscribe, and then it would automatically appear in the ribbon, or they click on your affiliate link and then that also appears. Just starting that train on Twitch is something that I saw user behavior benefit a lot from. And the less that I as a host have to actually do myself, the easier transition it is to not throw me away from whatever's going on with the experience itself. So do you guys have any plans with doing more with the spotlight, or will that just kind of stay in the funnel of chat for right now?
Now I understand the question. Appreciate it, Dream. So yeah, I think Kaisa actually touched on this. Yeah, like we will absolutely do more than just being able to display a chat message on screen. I think the examples Kaisa mentioned were, like stream alerts, if you've got a new sub, right? To your example, Dream, if someone clicks an affiliate link, right? Or like purchases a product through your affiliate link or something like that. These are all automations that we can set up to sort of become overlays on your Playback stream, right? And I think that is sort of what this sort of unlocks, and sort of what you're getting at, Dream, is really Spotlight Chat is just being able to overlay a message from chat onto your stream. You can imagine how we're able to iterate on this overlay concept, right, over time, to not just include chat messages, but to include other things that happen on stream as well. Autism Racing Fan back with another question. Come on up. Can you hear me, Autism Racing Fan? Are you still?
Can you hear? Oh, here we go. I got it. All right, I got another suggestion. Can you add like paper check method on Playback?
Paper check method. Great call out. Again, folks, in that in chat here, there's going to be a Canny link for us to receive product feedback. Any of your product feedback suggestions like that, go ahead and drop them in Canny. So Autism Racing Fan's question was he wants to have like a paper check, a mailed check option as far as compensation is concerned. Certainly something that we can take a look at, Autism Racing Fan. And thank you for the question. I'm going to spotlight a chat. LC51 said, his camera be moving while he moves? That's interesting. Yeah, Dream has a dope camera setup. I think you probably saw Glizzy McGuire when he was sort of explaining the spotlight chat messages, has the same camera setup. One of these streams here soon, I'm waiting on a partner of ours to hopefully send us over a camera. One of these streams here soon, we'll go over AV setup and sort of getting your audio visual as crispy as possible. But yeah, Dream has a sick setup going. So maybe he can take some of your questions in the meantime. Any other questions? If you don't want to come on stage, send them in chat and I'll spotlight them. NBA Top Shot sponsoring the camera. Yep. If they want to sponsor some more cameras, tell them to send them our way. I'll give them an address. It looks like that's all the questions. Oh, at the last second, we got one more stage request. Lakers Ave will be the last question of the stream. Your stage request has been accepted. What's going on, Lakers Ave? Welcome to This Week on Playback. What's your question?
BTow, what's going on, man? I appreciate you hosting
on?
another amazing Watch Playback live. Yes, appreciate all the questions that were being asked as well. This question is in regards to the mobile screen sharing and the mobile YouTube sharing platform or opportunity. Like, has there been talks in regards to that being implemented in the mobile form, or is it something that we just have to use via the laptop as well? Because that was the only thing, because I don't have the best laptop yet, so it's just waiting until that new piece of hardware comes. But I do love the aspect of being able to pull from different platforms into Watch Playback. And also with the gaming, is there a smooth way for it to be implemented? That's the second part. So gaming and then the screen sharing stuff.
Gaming, you mean video
so
games?
I appreciate you.
Awesome. Thanks for the questions, Lakers app. As far as screen share and YouTube tool from your phone, as you guys already know, of course, not available from mobile web or the mobile app, something that we should certainly add. So again, hop into that canny.io link, leave us that feedback, something that I would personally use all the time as well. One call out, if you do have someone load up a YouTube stream or their own screen share, like if you load it up from your computer and then go on your phone, you should be able to at least switch to them from your phone, even though you won't be able to control them from your phone, of course, but you should be able to switch to them if you already have them set up from a PC. But completely agree with you, Lakers Ave. We need to go ahead and add that as soon as we possibly can. And it looks like, oh, there it is. Looks like Kaisa's already got us added on screen share from mobile. Did I do that thing where I forget the second question again? I think I did that thing where I forget the second question again. That's going to be a piece of feedback. Gaming. Thank you. Gaming. That's going to be my personal feedback here. I'm going to have to work on remembering two-part questions here. As far as gaming is concerned, certainly OBS is going to be your best way to set up your sort of gaming setup. So Kaisa had already dropped OBS integration in Playback here in chat. I'll try and reply to it here. Here we go. I'm going to reply to it, and then I'm also going to spotlight it. So that spotlight message right now at the top, Lakers Ave, is a link to go ahead and check out how to set up your gaming setup through OBS. That will include how to go ahead and grab your audio as well. You almost forgot to, yeah. I'm bad with the two-part questions. I'll work on that. Any other questions? Let me scroll through chat really quickly. Oh, we got one more question that we'll hit. Got to give our thoughts on John Cena turning heel. I got to say, like, that man is a talented actor. Like, obviously, like, look at his net worth. It's all based on that. But goodness gracious, like the face change, the facial expression change when he went heel turn, like there was a definitive moment where you could see he was going heel turn. It was absolutely insane. So I think it's pretty late. It feels like maybe a little bit. It feels a little bit like McDonald's breakfast going all day. Like this was something they like kept in their back pocket until they like had to pull it out at the last second. So it feels a bit late, but I'm excited to see how it goes. And I think obviously whatever John Cena does, he usually does pretty well. So Cena as a heel should be a lot of fun. Spotlight emoji animations, Kaiser says, this is something that everyone wants to participate with. So hit me with those spotlight emojis. What do you think on John Cena turning heel? Fires if you like it. Laughy faces if you don't. You got about 10 more seconds, and then we're going to get out of here because I'm BTow from Playback. This has been This Week on Playback. We got spotlight chat messages out to y'all. I appreciate you all rocking with us. We'll see you next week, same time, same place. Thursday, 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern time, right here. Playback.tv/playback. Love y'all, all my Playback players. Until next time, later.